Springfield, Massachusetts, and the Forest Park, and we're looking at the area around the Barney Mausoleum. Three graces. What this is probably that Everett Barney who helped make this park and lived in this area. This is probably his first wife, and what probably happened was that she was buried somewhere in Worcester originally around the year 1877, I think, is a year on there, 1877, and then her family moved her body away from that cemetery to Rhode Island, and Everett Barney probably took the whole gravestone and moved it here. And it has 4 panels along the side of it depicting life. It's hard to really verify what it's depicting, whether it's just a life of an ordinary person or a life of Civil War soldiers, so forth. It has initials of KB on it, so it's probably his first wife, K, and then Barney. And on the top is the 3 graces. Now behind us is the Barney Mausoleum, and you see a sphinx on this side. It's also one on the other side, and then it rises up. You used to be able to walk up there. It gives the year 1892 on the top of it, and it says Laurel Hill. So this hill within the property was probably called Laurel Hill, and it's probably where a lot of laurels around. And there are 3 barrels inside of there, and when we get to the side, I'll tell you who's buried there. But his son died in 1889, and the thought is that he was buried along the property here, but not in this mausoleum. So 3 years later, they built the mausoleum, put his body in, and the mausoleum now holds 3 people because his mother and his father are now buried inside of there. So we're going to go to the side of it. Okay, here we are alongside of it. Inside of there are 3 horizontal burials, and they're above the ground, and they're surrounded with masonry rock. And I bet you if you could open it up, you'll get names and dates on these, but you can't do that. And so for that reason, I'll tell you who's buried here. George Barney, the son of Everett and Jenny Barney. He was born in 1863, and he died on 25th of May, 1889. Alright, the next one that died was Jenny Barney. Her maiden name was Eliza Jane Knowles, and she lived from 1830 to a death date of 30th of April, 1905. And then last to die was Everett Hosmer Barney, born in 1835 and lived to the 31st of March, 1916. He died in Florida, and his body is brought up here to be buried next to his son and his wife. Now, inside there must be gorgeous. I don't see the way into it, but they probably have ability to open it up. Now, it looks like a Greek temple on the very top, and then around the front, both front and back, there's the Egyptian Sphinx. Now, if you look at the beautiful metalwork that forms the side, it's just similar to one along the other side too. It's gorgeously made. And it has a quote, "To live in hearts we leave behind is not to die." This is very close to the former house that they lived in, and it's now close to the carriage house that's still inside Forest Park. So I hope you visit here and get a sense of this. It's one of the few out-of-cemetery burials in Springfield, the others being priests at 3 different locations. So it's nice to see at least one more. Thank you very much.